I'm going to show you the first dish of the Mediterranean diet that we're going to see in this course. It corresponds to spinach with chickpea, a typical civilian dish that composed by spinach, fresh spinach, washed, laurel, bread, salt, 2 eggs or 3, vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, chickpea, cumin, paprika, very important, smoked paprika, and garlic that confer the typical flavor altogether to this dish. That's wine. But this wine is not for the dish, it's to me. Is peel, remove the skin of the garlic. Very important. We are going to use a head of garlic because the reason is because spinach and chickpea contain a low amount of flavor, and we need to put more flavor in the dish. We are going to do that with garlic and also with cumin and paprika. So peel well the different garlic. Obviously, we are going to put on our hand a bad smell, smell. But in the dish is absolutely different. So next time is prepare the oil, olive oil, a big amount because we must fry. We are going to fry the garlic, dividing the garlic into half. Very important. And also we are going to use the oil to prepare the bread and also to prepare the spinach. So all the garlic divide into half, and we're going to fry at low temperature. The idea is that we are going to make the garlic tender initially, and the reason is because we're going to prepare a creamy sauce, but also at the end we are going to obtain a final golden brown color. That is so good, and also confer more flavor to the dish. While we prepare the garlic, we're going to cut the bread. You can use the bread that you want, that you prefer, because it's not so important, the kind of bread. Obviously, better bread, better dish. Okay? In this case, it's a typical mollete from Sevilla, typical from the south of Spain. And then, when we have already prepared the bread, it's time to collect to get the garlic. You must get all of them, and you can put in the typical mortar and pestle that you can see here. The more difficult is try to get all of that. Okay, you can use the mortar and pestle, but also another option, probably that's better for you, is to use a typical blender machine, and then we put all of them without oil. Okay, without oil. Here we are going to add also the bread and different spice to prepare the sauce. So all of them. And then the next step, you remember, you get the already prepared sliced bread, increase a little bit the temperature, you can smell the oil that contains the component of the garlic. It's like an infusion. And then add the bread and fry slowly to obtain the typical golden brown color. This is a dangerous time because for some people eat completely the bread before you can prepare the dish. Okay, when you finish, get all of them, put in the beaker, the blender machine, carefully. In this case, you must try that all of them are completely fried. That show a little bit the golden color. Okay. This is a typical breakfast in some town in Spain. Is the bread you can slide, you cut the bread in a slide and you fry in olive oil. And then with the rest of the oil we're going to use to prepare the spinach. To prepare the spinach, decrease this is the the mix to prepare the sauce. Add 2 dessert spoon of paprika, 2 or 3, in this case 3 cumin dessert spoon. It depends on you that you prefer. There is not a magic composition that you want, that you prefer. And also 5 dessert spoon of vinegar. The vinegar in this case is wine vinegar, but you can use other kind of vinegar. Apple, it's okay. 2, 3, and 4 and 5 dessert spoon vinegar. You must add water, and this is the time to add also salt. You want to improve the flavor, and then mix well to obtain a creamy sauce. And then when it was ready, prepare the pot with the oil and add the spinach. 400 grams of fresh spinach already washed that you can find in the supermarket easily. Okay, and you must heat. Okay, you must heat to decrease the temperature. While you can prepare the chickpea. Usually you can prepare the chickpea using dry chickpea, but it's easier and the result is exactly the same. You get 200 grams, and you must wash a little bit with water in order to remove the typical liquid that is present in the bottle. Okay, also you can use, this is the starting point also to prepare the typical hummus. Okay, the paste of chickpea you can buy directly in this state, and it's very so easy to prepare. And then finish to cook the spinach, all of them. Okay, it's better to use the fresh spinach directly in the oil, because it's possible to prepare in advance, and you can boil, and you can obtain the already boiled spinach. But the result is absolutely different. The color is completely different, because the boiling process removes the typical color, the green color from chlorophyll. It's typical in Sevilla restaurant. Typically are boiled, but and this is the reason that the color was darker than this one. And then when the spinach are ready, you must add the sauce, all of them. Remember that in this sauce is contain the flavor of the dish. More sauce better. Okay, and necessary you can use water to get all the salt from the beaker. Mix well, and also add, and you can use also carton, that is the blue component, this one, that is very useful to remove and to get all the content in the beaker. Okay, more flavor. And now it's time to mix a little bit and add the chickpea. The chickpea that we have previously prepared. We mix well, and very important, you must let that the mix boil during 10 to 15 minutes in order to mix well the different flavor. And also very important to decrease the amount of the volume of water, the volume of liquid in the dish. Some people prefer that no water, and other people like the water. And when after the boiling time, the magic point is add 2 eggs. Don't destroy, don't disrupt, don't break the oil. Let that the egg in the surface of the spinach, and let that slowly, a low temperature, a very low temperature, that finish the coction. The egg are really good, and also depending on you prefer. And this is the dish. The egg, 1 egg per person. Chickpea with spinach. Okay. And also a magic point of chive that you can add. Chive. This is the magic point, the magic final of the dish.